All right, welcome to Smokey Reacts. I'm your boy journalist, and on this one, we are here to check out We Need to Put Podcast Men in the Mud. CHUNKZ presents In the Mud with PK Humble and Savage Dan. Now, if you have been watching the channel, you do know now that I kind of fuck with PK. I find that nigga to be very funny. That nigga wild as shit, and his accent, I don't know if it's an act and he's kind of just leaning into like actually just playing up to his African accent and he's got like another accent, or if that's like his normal shit. Doesn't matter. The shit is hilarious. You know I fuck with CHUNKZ. I seen that nigga. You knew this was getting watched, like hands down. Like this, fuck out of here. And then I'm starting to fuck with Savage Dan from the Survey Says shit. So it's a bunch of people I kind of fuck with currently at this point deciding to do a show. I had to watch it. So that's why we're here right now. If you could please hit that like and subscribe. Thank you for joining me, and let's get into this one. Pigman Tings.
Podcast men, vindictive. How many times have you seen cheating? I was like, cancel them. I don't care. It's nothing to do with me. If you lot are cancelling him, go cancel him.
Mental.
Yeah, hold on.
If you lot are cancelling him, go cancel him.
Shout out to CHUNKZ. Boy, line edges getting way better. I don't know what he's doing. I know my nigga be concerned about that shit. I like give my nigga his flowers. That nigga shit was, I'm not saying it was going on him, but I heard that nigga speak on it. And then I guess he said he was trying to do some shit. And hey, boy been having less do-rag time, a lot more, hey, look at me. It's coming back. I see the wins.
Mental.
Him and Philly got their edges.
Wait right there. Before we move on, make sure you click that subscribe button, click that bell as well so you're notified
Please,
when we upload.
please.
And yeah, maybe put some comments in. All right, guys, so this next round is in the mud. Now, you guys need to sell me a pitch. I need you to tell me what is over, what is buried, what you want in the mud, essentially, yeah? I'm going to start with Dan this time. Wait, did I start with Dan
You
first?
started with me last time.
No, you started with me last time.
Yeah, astrology. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, you did.
So I'm starting with you, Dan. Just for that, I'm starting with you twice. And then wait, no, I'll start again because I started twice. There you go.
I want to go with.
Yo, hold
I'll start
on.
again.
Cause y'all gonna know, I don't know. I like shoes. Hey, I see those shoes. I like those shoes. Have I taken the time to like know every iteration and all that shit? Fuck no. But I will chat bare shit if you have wax shoes. Nobody here has wax shoes. Somebody here has really nice shoes that I don't know what kind they are. I know they're Nikes, but I don't know which ones they are. These fucking black shoes from PK, if they're not Nikes, what are they? Because I like those actually.
Again, because I started twice. There you go.
I want to go with cancellation by association.
Fair play.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Some people deserve to be cancelled,
100%.
and I think we should cancel them
100%.
exponentially. But do you have to cancel the guy that's on the left and right of them?
Now, I'll play devil's advocate. Say, for example, your friend is very dodgy in the sense that his sexual activities isn't along the guidelines. It isn't, you know what I mean?
Okay.
If you get it, you get it.
Yeah.
He's driving a Corsa, basically.
You as your him as your brethren, you're telling me you didn't know that at all.
But I wouldn't know.
Nah, you wouldn't know. You
but
wouldn't know.
yeah,
Yeah, but you know what it is? You know when it always say, if you two or five brethren that are all scammers, you're going to be the sixth scammer. If you two or five brethren that are all rich, you're going to be the sixth rich brother. Where have you seen a friendship where there's 5 rich brothers and 1 broke guy?
I know one guy, bro.
Where?
His name is.
Oh,
Where there's 5 rich brothers and 1 broke guy.
I know
I'm not even
one
gonna do
guy,
it. I'm gonna
bro.
start my boy out.
Where?
His name is.
Bro.
You see this nigga Chuck's face is like, well, I hear this nigga didn't just do this. What is he doing? What is he doing? This nigga dad is laughing his life off. Oh my God. Hey, that's fucked up. You called this nigga out. That is the actual problem with this particular situation, though, is cancellation by association should not technically happen. But when niggas be moving so mad, it's like, did you really not know? And I hate to do this. I fuck with BBK. But that is to me, the example of how a nigga could be around a bunch of people who you would assume should know that this nigga's out on a madness. But there's actually no overlap or instance where that nigga's madness is spilling over into the shit that we're actually doing. So that's where, like, yeah, you would assume they would know. Versus like a Harvey Weinstein situation. All the motherfuckers knew. A R. Kelly situation. All those motherfuckers knew. Like, it's cut and dry always. So that's why, like, we need to, what's this shit called? Put this in the mud. The thing I want to have put fucking in the mud is leaving out context or nuance to very detailed and heavy topics. Just, oh, this is that because it's this. It's just like, that's not enough. It's not enough. You must discuss it with fucking context and, like, really go into the topic sometimes because, like, yeah, it's just not as cut and dry.
You will see it with the richest of richest guys. I don't know his financial status.
There you go, you don't.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm just saying you surround yourself around people that are like-minded. Like
not necessarily, because
no,
some people hide everything from everyone.
Yeah.
So I'm saying...
By the way, this is me playing devil's advocate.
That's devil's advocate. I hear it. I'm going to tell you why as well, yeah? Somebody was getting roasted on Twitter Spaces recently.
Which
yeah?
by the way, I hate.
I've never been on one, yeah? But I got a...
What is the feeling on Twitter Spaces versus Clubhouse over there? What's the situation? Because that one nigga from Blue Couch Therapy just blew his whole shit up due to fucking just being a dumbass and fucking being on Clubhouse all the goddamn time. And then Twitter Spaces came out, I think, within like the last 6 to 8 months. So I listened to, what is that nigga name? Cadell. Battle somebody else on the Twitter space. That's like the only time I've fucking been on there, really. And I wasn't on there. It was on YouTube. I listened to a Twitter space on YouTube that somebody had like correlated properly.
Phone call or a message to say that person's getting roasted. Like, careful, because I know you've been on a pod with them. Like, you know them. I was like, cancel them. I don't care. It's nothing to do with me. If you lot are cancelling him, go cancel him. But you can't bring me into it. And you can't bring him into it. If you're cancelling that person, aim your RPGs at that person. Cancel him. Don't cancel everything around him.
I'll give you an example, yeah? You take a picture with someone that's a wrong one, yeah? Bro, you should be cancelled, bro.
What, if you took the picture before there was a wrong?
No, before is not bad. But if you know they're wrong and you now go and take a picture with them.
Yeah, but now, that's crazy.
Guilty by association.
But what we've seen people have a picture of somebody and then later down the line it comes out that person there's something controversial, whatever it is.
Are you backing your brethren in beef?
Which one?
For example, your right-hand man.
Yeah.
You two are bopping on the streets. Someone runs up on him and then they try to start scrapping him.
What, just anyone?
Yeah.
What, just out of nowhere, for no reason?
Yeah.
Of course I am, yeah.
You're backing him, right? Why are you backing him? Because you're brethren.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You go down with your friend.
No.
Is that correct?
No,
Of course it is.
No, we win. We win. If I fight, we're winning.
It's a joint enterprise thing, yes or no?
No.
But
What?
listen to this. The law, they even changed that. Legislation Act 32, bro.
I know.
There's no
Joint
joint
enterprise.
enterprise.
There's no more.
This nigga PK, man. PK seems to me to be the type of cat that a lot of people have underestimated that nigga. And he thrives in that fucking space. Because he seems like people just underestimated his ass and he just keeps whipping out like, boy, stop playing with me. I got shit. I'm out here.
Bro, they changed it. The
Legislation what?
Huh?
Legislation?
There's no more joint enterprise.
Is
Legislation.
there actually no more?
There's no more, bro.
So
They
my
took it
point's
away.
not valid anymore then?
So what I'm saying is, if you're cancelling him, don't try and get everyone that's his friend. We've seen some silly cancellations. Let's be honest, yeah. We've seen some that don't even really cancel, but they try and get everyone. Just aim at the person. They've done something wrong. Punish them. Don't go for the whole surrounding picture.
Because I've had the problems, bro.
Have you?
Bro, I'm good friends with Pretty Patel. Pretty Patel makes some rash decisions.
Yeah.
And
Who's Pretty Patel?
people started getting angry with me. I'm saying, bro, I can't dictate what Pretty Patel does.
You know her?
Very well.
No, he knows that. He knows that. That's his brethren. That's his killie, yeah.
Killy.
Killy. Like, doggy.
I feel like we've covered this word killy, but I don't remember.
How did we become friends?
Bro, she was on my table at tape. Brie Patel was on my table at
I
tape.
don't know how much I believe this.
Listen, Chelsea are obviously not in the greatest position right now. We're all right, we've got new owners now, but that whole period, Abramovich is being associated with this and that. People are looking at me. I'm getting messages.
I hear them.
But,
You should have knew. No, that's a joke. That's a joke.
all right, cool. When a footballer does something, so let's just say, I'm not sure if you heard about it, but somebody fell out with a cat. He fell out with the cat, and now everyone, I'm talking Geordie at the mega store, is under pressure because they think he don't like cats either.
Fair. Well, that's not right then.
That's not right.
But look, okay, all jokes aside, I hear your argument. I really do.
We need to stop cancelling everything.
Yeah, no, that's true. I
Like,
think
as in just cancel what needs to be cancelled.
also, do you agree with this where I feel like when you're underrated, everyone appreciates you, but as soon as you become mainstream, everyone's tired of you?
100%. 100%. Everyone, but that's in life though. Like, everyone wants the underdog to win.
Well, there you go though.
When Leicester City won,
Yes and no. If you just pop up out of no fucking where, yeah, that shit is gonna turn into like, who's this real quick? But like when you grind it out, like people be like, why The Rock is so successful? Like everybody has, at least how I feel, since wrestling is so massive globally, everybody has seen that nigga come from, we'll say, Rats and Roaches to Black Adam. You can't, like, if you're a Rock fan, like, at least how I think most people are, like, you may not love his movies, but to see a nigga winning at that level, gotta be like, God damn, that's my dog. Look at that nigga. These fucking jabronis was sleeping on the motherfucking Rock. They didn't smell what this nigga was cooking. Fuck out my face.
won the Prem.
Everyone loved it.
Everyone was loving it. Everyone was
But
rooting
just
for
know
it.
that season after, when they were on a downfall and they finished like 14th, everyone was laughing at them.
Yeah.
And how crazy is that? The season before, you were just saying Jamie Vardy's one of the best strikers ever, and now he's washed. I'm telling you now, my G's.
All right. Rebecca Vardy.
What about her?
She's, doing things she probably shouldn't be doing.
I don't know
But
about
that's nothing to do with Jamie Vardy.
her. Yeah.
Kind of. It's kind of nothing to do with Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy just banging goals. I know he's had a different form.
Yeah.
But as in he's that's not him on the
I hear you.
Instagram.
I hear you.
Wayne Rooney and Colleen. Colleen don't deserve it.
Just leave them.
You know what? I've heard your argument, brother. It's strong. It is solid. But obviously, now we move on to my left. PK Humble. Talk to me, man. What do you think should be in the mud?
This is for Keisha, Rebecca, and Shanice, Tracy, and Marley,
Okay.
and Yannick.
So for girls.
This is for girls. Podcast men. Podcast men, vindictive.
It's true.
Give me an example.
Podcast men go on their podcast, talk about cheating. They're giving advice from a place of no advice. It's like asking a broke person how to be a millionaire. That's what they're doing. They're coming out here, they're giving their unprofessional opinion on things. And they're hitting the masses. Instead of actually getting educated and actually knowing and touching problems that Al Jazeera News are touching, they'd rather talk about
That nigga said Al Jazeera News. This nigga's a fucking idiot. This nigga said Al Jazeera News.
They'd rather talk about silly things, bro.
It's true.
Cheating. How many times have you seen cheating? Fidelity is not important right now, bro. It's never been important.
What do you think about cheating?
Bro, I think about fidelity is overrated.
The fact that he calls the sanctity of a relationship and respect of a union fidelity. people, oh man. Like, if you seen my Cheaters episode, that nigga, yo. The nigga that narrates that should be doing the fidelity shit. That should be hilarious.
It's coming to an end. We can all feel it. We're one of the lost generations.
So do you agree with that?
Fidelity, I don't agree with fidelity because, do you know why I don't? Because our parents, they're allowed to have 5 wives. Why are they allowed to have 5 wives? Because
But
they
maybe
know.
wives compared to flings are a bit different.
Yeah, but it's modernized now.
Fairs.
Life is about evolution. And we're evolving.
Yeah.
We're evolving.
Yeah.
Because what was once deemed as bad.
You're a Pikachu.
How? Help me wrap my head around this. Because as a Black American, we have pockets of, we'll say, Islamic or Muslim faith people of African descent in America. Philadelphia, Chicago, New York. We have those offshoots like the 5%ers. I like some of this 5%er shit, but that shit is just a little extra. However, that's neither here nor there. It's not actually the point I'm trying to make. In America, it's more common to meet a Black Christian than a Black Muslim. So in the UK, like with the drill music or just some of the slang that's used, just standard for anybody. Doesn't matter what shade or color you fucking are. Everybody knows this fucking word and everybody uses this fucking word. And it comes from either the Islamic or Muslim religion and fucking those group of people. Now, the more I watch with a greater understanding and able to talk to you guys, how large of a contingent are Black Muslims or Black people that practice the Islamic faith, and just that's kind of like how they grew up, but not everybody's like super religious. Like how, like in America, like you'll grow up in a Christian household, and then by the time you're like 18, you might not be going to church. You're not really that like much into your faith or whatever, and you're just living life. But you grew up in a household that taught you these particular X, Y, Z things. How prevalent is that over there in the Black community?
Before now, you're right, you.
All right then. So these podcast men are coming and they're talking a lot of stuff.
Listen,
And
I hear it, man.
the ones that wear the turtleneck are the worstest.
Yeah. Listen, and I feel like I'm part to blame. If I'm honest, I facilitated a lot of this stuff, but I didn't mean for
And what kills your loyal as well, so that's what's funny.
Well, listen, like I didn't mean for it to rear its ugly head like this. Yeah. This is why I don't have my own podcast.
Bro, how many times have you
Podcast.
seen?
Can somebody explain to me who the fuck Savage Dan is? And I do not mean this disrespectful. You guys know how I am. I really be trying to find out who these people fucking are. So you guys let me know the PK used to fucking manage Abracadabra, good friend. He's just a nigga that's known about. Probably done figured out a way to get his goddamn piece. He's about his money. Got that. CHUNKZ, it's been my nigga. I done watched the rise in elevation. I hope that shit keep going. That's my dog. This nigga Savage Dan, he comes from that new show, Survey Says, and I say it's a new show because I just literally watched it. My nigga been outside doing his thing. I'm not trying to take anything from him. I just really got tapped in. So can somebody please let me know who this guy is? Because I don't really fucking know.
Who should pay for on the first date? Who should pay on the
What
first
do you think?
date?
Who should pay for first date?
I don't know.
And it's PK from East London.
Idiot thing. Why are you talking about that? Each to their own. Like each to their own.
I hear it.
Deal with your household first. Why must you now go and put pressure on little youths now? Because it's little kids that watch. A lot of little kids watch this.
Yeah.
And now little kids are feeling like they're pressurized to be doing things like little youths are going congestion charge zone. Bro.
I don't know what that is.
EMA, £30. We are EMA, £30. Girls are happy if you take them Dixie.
Yeah.
Now 15, 14-year-olds
Live within your means, definitely.
are going Mayfair.
Yeah,
15, 14 are going Mayfair. I saw one guy, he was the other day, he was at STK. He said the bill was my week's wages.
Yeah, that's not right, man.
Wait, he said that?
But I've got a video of one of my YGs talking to me. He's like, bro, I went Mayfair, I went and bought food. He's like, what they gave me and what, like, the price, I'm angry. The way I said to me, I'm okay. In my head, I'm thinking, no,
Yeah, but then also it's a thing where isn't it their fault for succumbing to the pressure?
Pressure is
It's not,
pressure,
bro.
man.
Pressure's pressure.
Yeah, but you know what? It sounds
No. Like I've said multiple times, I don't think you need $1 million. You don't need really any fucking money to fucking date. Do you need money if you want to ask a young lady to take her to a place that requires money? Sure, but you don't actually need it. It's not fucking necessary, especially if you're a little nigga. If that is the discussion that is being had, you don't want to deal with that person. Move on. They are trying to live in a time period that they have not actually entered into, especially if you're a little nigga. Now, if you got 2 cents over lunch money and you got like, oh, I could take her to fucking the Westlake so we could go to the movies and we could actually hang out or something, that's cool. And if you asked her out or if you asked that little boy out, then hey, you fucking pay for that date. And then if you want to fucking take them to a nice restaurant, then you find out how much the food there costs and you save. And if you want to be super fancy and you want to go to a super fancy place, then you save for it. If not, you go within your means, like they do say. Like, don't fucking spend more than you want on the date. But when you spend on the date, it's so you can have a good time. That's it. You're paying so you can have the ability to do the shit you want to. That's it. You're not paying for anything else. So if you want a nice, smooth night and you want to go to a nice restaurant and it's going to cost X money to go to that restaurant and it's going to cost X money to ride here, well, then you got to spend that money. And then you need to focus on, do you have fucking game or just making the person feel comfortable? And it should work out from there.
sounds crazy, but how true is peer pressure?
I don't believe in pressure. I think pressure's only for tires.
Should we put that in the mud as well?
Peer pressure.
Maybe.
You know, I can't.
No, peer pressure is very real, but that shit I do like though. I think pressure is only for tires. That's the state you get to when you become self-assured. At least to me, what I think is as a man, you no longer feel what peer pressure is. You don't no longer feel the need to, oh, like I gotta impress the homies, I gotta impress Mandem and shit like that. It doesn't become the thing that drives you or that will have you flip out in a situation. Because there's mad niggas that are doing shit strictly because of how they felt in front of their homeboys, and they just haven't figured that shit out yet.
Can't lie, that one's very, very controversial. Because peer pressure is techie. There's going to be people that now put their hands up and say, I've been peer pressured.
I've been purpose. Yeah,
So now, by you saying it doesn't exist, you're basically saying their story.
you said it didn't exist.
No, I'm saying, I'm talking like in
Retrospectively speaking.
whatever he said.
That's what it is.
I'm just talking into
Retrospectively
space. I'm not necessarily saying that, because you're trying to write me off now. So what you're trying to do. So I'm gonna backtrack. I'm gonna backtrack. Is peer pressure real?
Peer pressure is real. I always said I will never end up like Adam. But I started talking to Dante, Savage Dan,
But nothing to do with me.
and then I ate the forbidden fruit.
You ain't played for the first team yet?
No, I'm a reservation player. I'd rather play the Ashes, bro. I don't want to play them sports there.
I wouldn't steer you wrong, PK. I wouldn't steer you wrong.
You know what was crazy? I forgot what you wanted to be put in the mud. You were talking about podcast, guys, and then we went into a podcast format.
Turn to a podcast. It's difficult, man. This is what they're up against.
I think now what you're doing is you're generalizing. You should say some of the new gen podcast guys.
Yeah, no, it is the new gen.
It's the new gen.
I'm not talking about the founders, the CEOs, COOs. I'm talking about the new gen that are just waking up today and saying, you know what? This is what's popping off right now. I want to try to do this. It's like guys that, like new trappers, just doing it for the sake of it. They don't make no money. They're breaking even.
Yes, that's right.
What? Fuck back on the pavement. The fuck back on the pavement.
New podcasters, you want to
Yeah, like they're not doing nothing.
Has there been a new one that's come out and like has done anything? Is Kevin Samuels a podcaster? Was he a podcaster?
Yeah, he is.
So you must have been upset when he died then.
I was destroyed.
Yeah,
I was destroyed still. I was like, that was detrimental to my character because he is a CEO in truth telling. And not a lot of podcasters are doing that. They want to play safe because they're in fear of cancellation.
But there you go.
It's not even in fear of cancellation. It's people truly don't understand that having a position is something that if you really can stand on it and not be a bitch ass nigga or a bitch ass person in general, then people can respect that shit. But the way that people like to go about it in today's time, they either like to be agreeable or they like to be Charlemagne and try and be divisive and obtuse while trying to be the devil's advocate at the same time. Like that shit just don't work. People that they feel that that is disingenuous, at least to my understanding from just the content that I consume. Why I don't fuck with niggas? Because I'm just like, you can't, at least to me, you're not gonna sit and interview these people and act obtuse to the situations or the dynamics that you're trying to discuss with them, and then just be like, well, why are you getting mad? It's like there's an interview Mike Tyson does in Canada. For some fucking reason, he's up there helping somebody fucking out, and he's promoting something, and the news anchor decides to bring up the situation with Robin Givens. I believe it's Robin Givens. He had that situation within the fucking 90s. And he's like, yo, you're a real son of a bitch. And he's like, oh, you can't cuss in here on mic. He's like, nigga, I do what I want. And I'm just like, yeah, bro, like, not that I'll do what I want shit, but like, you are being a bitch ass nigga, bro. That's not what we're here. You're trying to get a fucking viral moment and ambush journalists style me. And that's just not cool. It's not cool. If you fucking want to be a real journalist, do the fucking work. Put in the effort. Submit questions. Tell niggas what you really want to fucking ask them up front. Have some fucking ethics about your shit. Niggas just want to be able to out talk and then can't stand on the shit they say. That's why Anthony Fantano does well. Is because he may talk a lot of shit about a nigga, but he's standing on that shit and he could back up quite a bit of the shit that he says. You gotta respect it.
I feel like because of the fact people are playing it safe, that's why this new gen of podcasts have started, because of the fact they've realized it's so saturated, the market, they have to go outside the box and end up becoming controversial in order to gain.
But they're doing it on purpose. So do you
Yeah,
know
of
what's
course.
happened here? Both of these things that we're putting in the mud are merging. The new podcast guys are dead because they're scared of cancellation by association.
And that's why I feel like
No. This nigga damn crazy. It's not cancellation by association, because that would then assume that all the new podcast guys' friends or associates are just scummy ass niggas. It's just not how that works. That's just not how that works at all.
both.
Just most people just aren't willing to stand on shit now, and nobody's calling nobody on nothing. Everybody's just, oh, you're a hater. You got bad energy. No, nigga, you a bitch ass nigga, and I'm telling you about yourself. That's what the fuck I'm doing. You should be happy I'm taking my breath and using it on your stupid ass. The fuck?
For them should be in the mud.
You might be right.
You might be right. Advocates for fidelity.
Can we do that? It's your show, in fact.
No, so it's my show. So I'm VAR.
Oh, is it? That's what's up. Shout out to that nigga.
No, they can't do that.
Oh,
There's a podcast called Diary Room. 3 Somali girls just having fun, enjoying themselves, talking about their experiences.
are they Hawaiian by any chance?
I don't know.
Please let me know what Hawaiian is. I don't know what that is. I thought that nigga fucked up saying Hawaiian. But apparently Hawaiian is a thing.
I don't know how you know that. it's a tribe. It's a tribe. But I think
Oh,
they're
okay.
absolutely excellent. Shout out to them.
Big them up. HC, gotta keep HC.
Filthy Fellas is very good.
I think
Yeah.
Filthy Fellas, man. Do you lot know Fresh and Fit?
No.
Yo, this nigga PK, bro, is just trapped in the American manosphere. That nigga for sure think he a red pill nigga. Please, PK, my nigga, you a sound nigga. Please don't tell me you out here buying this bullshit shit from these red pill niggas. They don't even get birds. You seem like a guy who actually can spend 5 minutes around a girl and not make her feel uncomfortable. Please tell me you're not one of them niggas.
No.
Fresh and Fit. So there's a guy, he's got a podcast.
I can tell you how to get girls. You wanna know how? If you send 100 DMs to 100 girls. This nigga Walter is a weirdo. Fuck out of here with that weirdo shit. Oh my god. No, PK. PK. You're better than this, blood. You're better than this.
Narcissist. He's far left. Look, you've got a platform and you're using it to do what? Tell girls that they're not allowed to have Instagram. What does that mean?
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm so sorry, my boy. I'm so sorry. I was about to say, please, PK, don't be one of these niggas, man. Oh, them niggas is weirdos.
You like Kevin Samuels?
You're winning.
No, so there's a real different distinction between the two. Kevin may be catty, but Kevin is telling not a single lie. Those women are actively calling that nigga. He is not going out of his way to get into contact with any of those women. Those women that he spoke to reached out to him. Fresh and Fit actively recruit these women to come sit down, try and get them to talk, act a certain way so they can kick them out and then have those fucking women look crazy and then they fucking get a whole bunch of fucking likes from some weirdo niggas who are like, yeah, that's how I'd like to act around women. Like, that's going to get me laid. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? You're out here Deboing birds? Like, that shit is weird. You out here gorilla pimping. Like, who does that? Like, nobody... Niggas ain't teach niggas the game. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy how a nigga would think, like, yo, that's how I'd like to move around a bird in my life. It's crazy. Versus, can you move like Kevin Samuels? Yes and no. It's a particular type of bird that's going to be okay with you being brashly honest and disrespectfully honest in some ways. And yes, honesty can be disrespectful. It's crazy. It's a very nuanced fucking particular subject. But yes, you can be disrespectfully honest. And that is where Kevin lived, in a disrespectfully honest place. However, nigga wasn't telling no motherfucking lies. Not a goddamn lie. If you could show me, I'd like to see it. Because he was telling niggas the same exact thing. Nigga, you fat as shit, you got a small dick, and you got no money, and you think a bitch is supposed to come choose you. What's wrong with you, bro? What's wrong with you? You got nothing to bring to the table, and you got no game, and you're not funny. Like, we're not even working with anything. You just out here with problems and not even trying to fix shit.
On a lot of points from the Jones today now.
Kevin Samuels is a realistic person. There's no two ways about it. But this guy is telling girls that you shouldn't have an Instagram if you're in a relationship. Why? That's controlling. That's dominatrix's older brother, bro.
Yeah.
That is over domination.
It's true, you know. Listen, I think it should be fair game for everyone. And I think in this life you gotta do whatever you want.
That's why do you think my mind is so clear? Why do you think I'm seeing in 4K right now? Why do you think knowledge is coming out?
Because you're on a fruit diet.
Are you?
Mashallah.
My brother.
What is going on? Explain this fruit diet thing to me, please.
It's just coming out.
Because you're on a fruit diet.
Are you?
Mashallah.
My brother. Just bunch of fruits?
Just fruits twice
He's
a
gonna
day.
mash his body up, man. He's just
Why is that? What are you doing that for?
I'm trying to lose weight, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
Is it working?
It's worked. But I'm scared that I'm just going to put it straight back
You
on.
will? Yeah, you will.
Huh?
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Bro, I used to be mad slim.
I remember you uploading them videos, throwbacks about how you used to look. And you were,
Bro, it's sad, bro. Like, I look at myself and I'm sad sometimes. Like, I'm like, bro, like,
happens, man.
I got the cheeks, bro. That's what's killing me is the cheeks. My face used to be chiseled.
My prime's ahead of me. My prime's coming.
You reckon you haven't reached the prime?
No.
100% I have.
I thought it was behind me. Now I'm certain it's ahead of me. Next August.
Mental.
Nigga said next August.
I know PK was trying to put Fidelity in the mud. I still think there's hope out there.
Yeah. Same.
But
The numbers don't support you niggas. I'm sorry. Divorce rates may be going motherfucking up, but motherfucking marriage rates are going up as well. So are the fucking babies fucking getting made. Like, I'm sorry. It's just, the numbers don't support it. The numbers do not support the fucking actual reality. However, people are hyper focused on the issue, so then people think that, oh yeah, like it's not happening. I'm sorry. It's not how it works.
I'm a person who's looking at trends.
Conniving, treacherous, podcast, Man.
I'm somebody who's looking at trends.
Yeah.
I try and always be ahead of the game. And if we're being totally honest, there's not that much legs in fidelity. It's going soon.
I don't want it to go.
Philip Lahm, that's the legs.
It's never going to go. Just like why every generation has some wild, angsty ass fucking style of music that fucking comes out that some kid just decides to break music and figure out how to make a new sound out of shit that's just already been sitting in front of all of us for fucking until that kid decided to fucking mix this thing with that thing and we're like, oh wow, that's new. Until that happens, and it happens fucking every generation, people always feel like, oh, it's just people are just not getting married. Nobody wants to deal with nobody. It's just, stop with the bullshit. Stop it. Women have had the ability to have a choice since they could start getting divorces from fucking shitty grandparents that niggas are just looking up to and shit like that. Like, this shit is just long, but it's just ridiculous. No. Monogamy will go away. Will we begin to have a normalization or people come to better terms with other styles of what we didn't already perceive to be normal styles of fucking dating? Yes, that's the future we're going to be moving to. However, most people predominantly, even when offered the choice, will choose monogamy over any of those other styles. Are there a large contingent of people that are like, yeah, I'd like to do the other shit? Yes. But let's stop acting like allowing people to actually make the choice will make fucking monogamy and the sanctity of marriage just disappear. It won't fucking happen. It never fucking... We only have a name for it because niggas was trading bitches like fucking Pokemon cards and fucking getting land swaps and shit. Like, this whole fucking premise and posturing behind fucking marriage and whether or not it will disappear is just crazy to me. Like, it just does not work. Just humans will not decide to just stop being monogamous if a nigga could just fuck a bunch of bitches all the goddamn time. I'm sorry. Most of you niggas can't even talk to one girl. Just if you could fuck any bitch and not get in trouble for it, you're not going to be able to. It just doesn't work like that. It's just,
Not Kante. I don't think there is anyone that follows fidelity.
What on earth?
Bro, I feel maybe there's 0.3%.
I can't lie to you. I don't want to open Pandora's box. So what I'm going to do is, I've listened to both his statements. And for this one, I'm going to have to say I'm leaning towards Dan.
I hear it. You're not coming from a place where you understand where I'm coming from.
It's not about that. I respect your opinion.
Clearly, you don't respect it enough, though.
No, but I respect
you don't agree
his one
with
more. What was it? Cancellation by association?
Cancellation
That
by
was mental, bro.
association.
That was mental.
Listen, and us three, we got to get behind that because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
can come to us at any point.
Yeah.
That's true.
If one of your friends was to do something crazy, who would it be?
Who would it be? Savage Dan. It's like Jackass. Why don't Jackass get cancelled?
I feel like cancellation by association in the mud. It's got to go.
all right. That wasn't that bad. I like that, actually. I actually enjoyed that. If you guys want me to do some more of these, when I drop this, let me know. I'll for sure get right on it, and we'll get that wrapped on up. But thank you for joining me. It is greatly appreciated. I will see you guys on the next one. And yeah, I'm out of here.